In today's video, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on what I actually think about the Dollar Tree resin. If you watched my Christmas in July collaboration video, the Dollar Tree resin is the resin that I used to make those Christmas trees and to make the little hearts. I noticed when I was demolding that they were kind of bendy, and I didn't really think anything about it. I just thought that they hadn't had enough time to completely cure. However, I have watched a few other people's videos on the Dollar Tree resin, and they have said that their resin doesn't completely cure and it stays bendy. And if you'll notice, there's a yellow tint to this, and I was concerned about whether or not it would actually yellow over time. And from my understanding about resin in general, that if you have a yellow tint to it already, it will just turn more and more yellow over time. And also, this resin does not have UV protection in it, which can also cause it to turn yellow over time, and depending on if it's in the sun or how you are treating it over time without any UV protection, if it gets in sun, it definitely will turn yellow. Now, I don't know if having inclusions in it like pigments or glitter will have an effect on it or not. Maybe not. That's something that you would have to experiment with yourself. But if it's clear, then it definitely will yellow and you definitely will see it, which isn't a good thing if you're trying to sell projects or if you're trying to do them as gifts for friends and family. Then, you don't want your items to turn yellow after some time with age. As I'm taking these out, I can tell that they are still quite bendy feeling, and I was thinking that it was because of the way that I had gotten them to cure. I cured them quicker than they usually would. I actually put them in a plastic shoebox, and then I set them in the back portion of my van, and it was really hot that day, so I thought that that had something to do with them not completely curing correctly. But from my understanding, that's not the case. Other people are saying that this resin tends to stay quite bendy and doesn't ever firm up solid like it should. So that's an issue with this resin. It doesn't completely cure. I was happy how they turned out, but I was thinking when I first took them out that there weren't any micro bubbles, but there are on the inside there. There are a bunch of teeny tiny little micro bubbles all over this Christmas tree. Now, I'm not going to fault the resin for that, even though I have seen a lot of people say that they have bubbles with this particular resin. But I'm thinking it could have been because I tried to quickly cure mine. I'm liking how the hearts came out of the mold. I like how they look. However, on this one there is one small micro bubble on the top, and then this one here, when I'm taking it out, you see at the top there where the hole is, there is another small micro bubble. It's been days later on these hearts, and they are still bendy. Even as thick, can you see? I just bent that one. Even as thick as this is, And it's pretty thick on these hearts. Even as thick as this is, it's still bendy. And like I said, it has been several days. It was June 26th when I poured these. So if they were going to cure completely, they would have already cured by now. It's been plenty of time. They've been outside on my porch where it's been extremely hot during the day. Apparently, this truly does stay bendy, and you don't want that in your resin. Now, could you add it to something else? Sure. As far as making it an independent project or item on its own to stand alone, no, I don't recommend it. I would show you the earrings again, but the day that I made them, which was Wednesday, my granddaughter put them on to show for the video, and she wouldn't take them off, and she took them home with her, and today she's at her dad's, so I can't show you those. Would I recommend this resin? Sure, to a point. And this is what I would recommend it for. If you are new to resin and you can get the Dollar Tree resin, I would recommend that you get it, mix it, use it in a project, see how you like using resin in general. That's the only thing that I personally would recommend using it for, is your own personal use, just to try out to see how you like using and doing resin projects. I would say if you think that you're going to like doing resin, then do not bother getting this resin. Go ahead, spend the money, get a better quality one. There are a lot of different resins that you can get that are tried and true. J Diction, Let's Resin, T Expert. But J Diction, T Expert, Let's Resin, they all have resin. Sorry, Chihuahua. They all have decently priced resin that you can get to try. That's my recommendation on the Dollar Tree resin. If you are a first-time resin user and you want to get some to try just to see if you're going to like resin, fine, good, go ahead, get some, try it, see what you think. If you only get one pack, then you're only out $5 plus tax. No big deal. If you already have molds, the molds will set you back some too, depending on where you get them. But to actually get resin to, just try out to see if you're going to like it, I would recommend trying some of the Dollar Tree resin. Just don't use it for gifts or to try to sell. I am no expert on resin. I have dabbled in it over the years. When I first started using resin, I used it to put on projects that I did to seal. I use it as a long-term sealer. I do not have any of those projects anymore. And resin back then, I won't tell you how long ago it's been, resin back then was super, super expensive. More expensive than it is now. It was outrageous. Did it work? Yes, it did. I loved it. But I couldn't afford a lot of it at a lot of times. So a lot of times I would just get, the regular sealers, spray sealers or whatever. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'd like to say thank you to my subscribers. I have gained quite a few in the last few days. I thank you so very much. If you've watched till the end of this video, I appreciate you listening to what I have to say. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. If you just want to leave me a comment, that would be great too. I truly enjoy the interaction that folks leave on the comments. It truly does help the channel. I know people tell you that. It's true. The more interaction that a creator gets, it helps them in the algorithm, and it helps get their videos out there, and it helps build their channel. That's what we all want. I'd love to get more of my content out to more people. So if you have time, please leave a comment. At the very least, hit the like button. It helps so very much. Thank you once again. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Y'all have a beautiful day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. Thanks again. Bye. See you on the next one.